Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Time Car Talk. Howdy, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk show just ahead. I'm going to talk with David McChristian about the Texas Import Society, along with Tim Odom about Tim's Tiny Trucks. Find out how those two things go together. Plus, we'll have the upcoming events calendar, and we'll have Mars review. You're gonna love it. We're gonna have Mars review.
The echo chamber.
About the new Ford Maverick Tremor. Sorry, Mars. I know Mars is listening or watching. Later, you'll hear from Jerry Emmons about the Wally gracing our studio this morning, along with the latest used car market stuff. Howdy, along with David Ainsley, who's filling in for Mr. Mars this morning. King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. Okay, so let's find out about this. Tim Odom, the owner of Tim's Tiny Trucks in Huffman, Texas. He's one of the largest, I don't know what is KEI, Tim? What is that?
It's pronounced K-car, and that is a classification of vehicle in Japan. They're all small cars. They're regulated by the government, what size they can be, linked with height, as well as the size of the motor.
Okay.
We import them here into the country. People like them. There's a large market for street legal vehicles just because they're so fuel efficient and economical, easy to get around. I have to interrupt you and just say this. I never understood why the manufacturers in America, and the popularity of trucks, that they don't go back and make an S10 or an original Ranger.
Right.
That size,
there's a desire for it.
I know it's there, but they don't do it. So you're filling the gap. You're doing it.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. We also have a large segment. All of these vehicles, because they're so small, they're four-wheel drive. So there's a lot of people that like them for off-road vehicles. So they use them as deer lease buggies, and farmers, ranchers use them as utility vehicles as well.
Is that the Dihatsu stuff that you see every now and then?
So everything that we carry that's new is Dihatsu, and Daihatsu's just they're one of the best for the newer stuff. But you have everything: Suzuki, Subaru, Dihatsu, which is a subsidiary of Toyota. All of the major Japanese manufacturers have been at one point, some way, with a K car.
What does David McChristian have to do with the Texas Import Society?
So there is a little bit of a legal kind of gray area when it goes to getting these vehicles titled and registered. Texas Department of Motor Vehicle Policy says that these trucks specifically aren't eligible for title because they don't meet federal motor vehicle safety standards and EPA requirements. After 25 years, you meet two exemptions from the federal government allowing these vehicles to be imported. You get exemptions from safety and from emissions. So Texas doesn't recognize those exemptions, and they don't have to. They have the authority to regulate them how they want. But we are advocating for the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles to align state policy with the federal exemptions that these 25-year-old trucks are provided.
So if I wanted to buy a new tiny truck and I call you on the phone, you'll say, okay, well, what do you want? And then I would say, this is what I want. You tell me how much it costs. Then you guys would do the paperwork to allow me to get this Dihatsu.
So the new stuff would never be street legal. Everything that is 25 years old or 25 years or newer at the time of importation is not street legal. So if you want a new Dihatsu, it's going to be off-road use only. The older stuff, that's what David is working with the Texas DMV to make it easier to license these and get them on the road. For some reason, they've kind of gone against them.
So if I go to Japan, and I find a 26 or 27-year-old tiny truck that I want, you guys will help me get it over here?
Sure, yeah, we can do that. We do custom orders if there's something you like. I have a business partner in Japan that helps me on that side with exporting everything and getting it in the country. And of course, we have a whole team of people that help us on this side with everything, getting them in. But yeah, if you find something in Japan that you've just fallen in love with and it's 25 years or older, we can get it in the country for you.
And would it be street legal?
It would be to an extent. Every state and every county has their own rules. So these are what they call gray market vehicles. And honestly, David is probably a lot more knowledgeable about that than I am.
Well, okay, David, that's your turn, buddy.
Yes. Like in my area, the tax assessor's office is where we get our titles and registration. I took my truck down, no problem, and got a title and registration. Some of the bigger areas, Bexar County, Travis County, San Antonio, and Austin, and North Texas, you go to the counter and they say you can't get a title because this is a mini truck and mini trucks can't have a title in Texas. So not every jurisdiction, every region of Texas kind of operates under the same rules. They should. There's the policy there, but some choose to enforce it and some choose not to.
So is that part of the reason? Because when I hear Dihatsu, Dihatsu had a retail operation here in the United States for a very short window of time. But you see Dihatsu's kind of at the golf course kind of thing, which means that they're not on the street, but they're here and they're being used. They're just not street legal.
Sort of like a big version of a tuk-tuk, in a way.
Kind of, yeah.
So I have to go back a question where you said in Texas. Where are you at right now? I mean, where are you doing your business if you can't have it in Texas?
So we're located in Huffman, Texas, right outside of Houston.
Okay.
And again, a huge portion of my business is the off-road segment of it. We started out importing for street legal use. And when Texas kind of started going against it, we switched more towards the newer stuff, the off-road use stuff,
Gotcha.
which is a huge portion of the market. And that's where we're working with David. David is making huge steps in trying to get these things legalized for us, where it's a lot easier to get them licensed and on the road.
And that's what confused me when he said in like the San Antonio, Austin area, they won't do that, but yet he's still here working in the vast majority of the Houston market, Huffman area as well.
Sure.
So Tim, do you carry inventory of these these off-road use vehicles, or do you just do it on a per order basis?
I carry a huge inventory. Actually, I have you guys on my phone. If you guys want to do a little walk around the lot, I can show you everything we've got.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me get up and walk out there with you.
Yeah, because and I realize the reason that they're not allowed on the road, because some of these I think would fit in the back of a full-size pickup truck with a long bed.
Yeah. So the biggest reason that they're not allowed on the road is NHTSA's safety regulations. Somebody would have to do crash testing on them, and they would have to meet all the U.S. safety regulations.
Bumper
the
regulations,
ones that are
airbags,
legal are exempt.
We're losing you.
We're kind of losing
Yeah,
you.
we're lost you. It's the distance away from the building. We lost your signal.
So,
how long
Can you
does
guys
it?
hear me now?
yeah.
You're
Okay,
breaking
there we
up. How long does it take for you to make or to get a title, Tim?
So a title on a street legal vehicle is really not that hard as far as time-wise. It's just the legality of it. So basically, you just need to get the paperwork, you do theft inspection on it, take it to the DMV. We're in Harris County, which makes everything a little bit longer just because of how big it is here. But yeah.
Those are pretty neat. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the new Dihatsu. And this is, sorry guys, it's a little shaky here. These are the new Dihatsus, so this is our inventory. This stuff would all not be street legal. But these are really good off-road. Everything here is four-wheel drive, has AC, has heat. These things are really advanced, the new ones. These have collision avoidance and parking sensors and stuff that you just would never get on what we're competing with. Is the side-by-sides, Can-Am, Polaris, stuff like that, as utility vehicles. So yeah, you get a lot of options that you would never see on the utility vehicles, and the price is a lot better. These new Polarises, I mean, you want something with a cabin AC, you're looking at $40,000 to $50,000.
Wow.
And something like this These are the highest end. These have everything you can think of, and these go for $27,000, $26,500. So the price point is really there.
The first ones on the end that you saw, those right there. What's the value of those? Those look pretty
so
neat.
these sell for $26,500. This is a Dihatsu, which is again built by Toyota, and these have all the options you could think of, and of course we do a lot to them. So we buy these. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What use would those be? The people who are buying them, what are they doing with them?
They're using them as a utility vehicle. So this would be a replacement for a Can-Am or a Polaris. Instead of a UTV, you would get something like this here.
Okay, just driven on private property.
Correct. Yeah, off-road use. Some of the stuff we have that is street legal, I can show you guys.
Yeah, I'd be so tempted to take that. Just grocery store.
This one here would be street legal. This is legally exempt. This isn't considered a mini truck, so this one actually would not be an issue right now. This is a Suzuki Jimny. So they've been making this is actually what the Samurai body came from here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a 660cc turbocharged engine in it. And it is, of course, four-wheel drive. This is one we had rebuilt. This is actually a 93 that had a frame-off restoration done.
How many do you have on your property? How many do you have on your lot right now?
About 25.
Well, I like that one. It's got a little box set up.
Yeah, it looks like the beer truck.
Yeah, it is. This is a refrigerated, insulated cooler.
Well, it is a beer truck.
That's awesome. That was great.
That's your beer truck, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when your cooler can't hold enough. We got something like this, I think, for a deer camp. Something like this would be great. You can fill it full of ice, fill it full of beer, put your deer in there, whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
Put your deer in there.
Mother-in-law, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have this one here. This is a real decommissioned Japanese fire truck.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you've missed some of them, Don.
They're
actually pretty cool
how
cars.
would you wind up with something like that on your lot there?
We imported it from Japan. So
and you think that there's a market, somebody's going to want to buy that? I think,
tow truck.
maybe the Huffman Fire Department would like an addition to their...
I thought so. I'm going to walk around the front here and show you guys the front of it. Wait. So this is actually the fifth one that I've imported. And the fifth one I sold, and I thought the fire trucks would do well, but it's always property owners, and they like property owners and people with kids, because the kids just love the old fire trucks. But this actually has a 65 horsepower transfer pump on the back of it that works. So a lot of the property owners are using them to move water and whatnot. And the fire trucks, people like them just because of how good of shape they're in. This thing only has 3,900 miles on it.
Oh, my.
Wow.
And what year is it?
It's a 1999.
Wow, it's great shape.
Wow.
You got one next to it with the bed's kind of raised up.
Yeah.
Scissored up.
That's a scissor lift.
That's a deer lease. That's your deer stand.
There you go.
The deer stand.
Where do you get parts for these things?
Yeah,
so this one, we actually don't have it listed yet, because I made a project out of this one. I've got a guy building a custom 4x6 fiberglass deer blind to go in the back.
That's exactly
and
what I thought.
the whole scissor lift system's on a remote, so you'll be able to go in and basically be a mobile deer blind.
That won't be top heavy,
a
is
mobile
it?
deer blind.
It's going to fall right over.
I doubt it.
No?
We have outriggers on it.
Oh,
so
there
it has
you go.
4 little
Outriggers.
outriggers that come out with trailer jacks that stabilize it when you're up in the air.
That is so
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
What a great business.
Yeah.
And I assume that you're successful because you're still in business.
He's got 25 on the lot.
Yeah. I've been importing them for about 5 years.
Where do you
Officially,
advertise
we've
this
been in
stuff?
So we do a lot of social media advertisements, and that's where the bulk of it is. And of course, we're on a pretty busy road frontage road out here in Huffman. So,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to go get one.
I know. Look at that.
I love those things.
I like the first ones he showed with the big racks on the roof. The camel color
And then
ones.
the first ones also look like kind of an extended cab version as well.
they are. That's called a jumbo cab. So you have 18 inches of extended cab, which gives you a little bit more room. Here, let me open one up here.
I've got a question while you're doing that. So I
Sure.
own one of these. I've got it, and it's a purpose for my property. but
Okay.
I take it out on the road and I get caught. What's the penalty?
I'm sure it would be the same. I don't know the legality of it, but I would guess it would be the same as driving like a side-by-side, driving an unlicensed vehicle on the road.
Oh,
Confiscated,
Yeah.
put you in jail with
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I'd just tell him I'm
I
you.
don't know if it's that serious, but maybe.
So these are
let
U.S.
me show
legal,
you
right?
guys.
The glass
No,
for
no,
off-road.
they're not.
Oh, they're only off-road.
Off-road only. I like
This is
that one.
for
That was
off-road
pretty neat.
use only.
Because they don't meet
Yeah.
the
Years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
I knew a
State safety
guy.
standards.
I knew a guy that actually took vehicles that were not legal here in the United States
Right-hand drive.
and made them legal.
Really?
Yeah, that made them legal, and it was he was a mechanic, and he had to have a special license to do this, but he made them legal. I don't think it was a safety concern. I think it was more of EPA kind of stuff. But at any rate, he did, and he did quite well in his business by converting these things to make them legal here in the United
I
States.
think they're pretty cool.
But these are all street legal in Japan.
Yes. They are street legal in Japan.
Now, are these considered JDMs?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. This vehicle has never been produced for outside of the JDM market. We import them.
And-
So
and-
Dihatsu themselves, they've never put this vehicle outside of Japan.
Can you imagine going to a JDM meet on a Friday night with one of those?
That would be so cool.
Well, and
And then have your scissor lift bed go up.
with your importation of stuff, is this generally the market that you play in? Is the truck, semi-truck kind of vehicle? You don't play in like the hot rod Nissan stuff, right?
We do, and I can get them in the country. I don't keep a stock of them.
No.
It's just outside of my market, but we can definitely get them for people. And it's just on an order by basis with the hot rod style stuff.
So do they also make these in a, for lack of a better phrase, that's what I'm looking
There you
for.
go.
People movers
Yeah.
versus
The vans.
Yeah, look at the vans. Yeah.
Oh, I like
So
that.
this is
That's
called
cool.
a deck van. And the deck van, they actually take the van body and they put a little truck bed on the back of it. I'll walk back here and
Look
show
at
you
that.
guys. So it has just a little truck bed on the back.
big enough for your cooler.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, barely big enough for your cooler.
Is it golf clubs or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great for the beach.
Yeah, these are popular as well. And of course, they're four-wheel drive, so they're off-road use. But we have a huge market with the four doors with sporting clay shooters. So we have a lot of people that buy those for sporting clay tournaments and whatnot to get around in.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So what's the typical range of price for these things?
You said
Our
mid-20s.
prices
20s,
start.
Okay.
Yeah, our prices start around $8,500 on the used stuff. Something like this, like that'd be $17,000. Another $17,000. I think this one's $16,000. So, yeah, they're kind of all over the place in prices, just because we carry such a variety of conditions, age, and whatnot.
So how do we get in touch with you guys? I mean, where do we find you?
So we have we actually have just rebranded. We have a new website, TTTpowersports.com. That has all of our Japanese stuff on it, as well as some. We carry motorcycles, side by sides, four wheelers, and stuff like that as well.
Tell everybody where
Triple T
Huffman,
Power
Texas is.
Huffman, Texas, northeast of Houston, right outside of the Humble area, right by Lake Houston.
Got you.
Cross 1960 and make a left.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Cross 1960, make a right on 2100, and we're right by the. You'll see us as soon as you turn onto 2100 on the left.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Well, hey, it's great to talk to you
Way
guys.
too cool.
Yeah, we're going to have to get back in touch with you guys, and when you get some new inventory that you think is unusual and neat, give us a call. We want to get you on and talk about it.
Sure, let's do that. Sounds great.
David McChristian and Tim Odom. Thank you guys, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. All right. Let's see.
Michael's
I want to
car
remind
review.
you that if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com, and be sure and follow us on Facebook, too. Time now for, let's let's do this.
Michael's
Let's
review?
do the 2023 Maverick Tremor
There it is.
review that Mr. Mars has recorded for us for today's playback. And
The sound quality is awesome.
yeah, this is from a 1935 phone booth. And here now is Mr. Mars with the review of the 2023 Ford Maverick. Okay, Mr. Mars, hello.
This week I had a chance to drive the 2023 Ford Maverick. This is a compact pickup that was first reintroduced in 2022 under the Maverick name. Now it does come in 3 trim levels, an XL, XLT, and a Lariat, but you can also get some packages to add on top of that, such as the Tremor, which is what we ended up with. So we had the 2023 Ford Maverick Lariat Tremor all-wheel drive vehicle. Again, this is a compact truck. Up front, you're going to find LED lighting, automatic headlights, power side mirrors. We got some power sliding rear window. Got molded splash guards in the front and the rear. Tremor packaging all the way around, and it comes with a full-size spare to go along with the 17-inch dark aluminum wheels. This is the off-road package, so it's all got skid plates and a lot of other features on it that you're going to want to go a little bit off-road. Now inside we're going to find front bucket seats. The second is a flip-up seat with storage underneath it. Got an 8-inch center stack touchscreen on it. That's where you're going to find your rear view camera. You're going to find your Ford Sync 3 and all your infotainment and convenience controls. It also has wireless charging. Now under the hood, what's going to make this go, there is an option for a 2.5 liter hybrid, but we happen to have the 2.0 liter EcoBoost, which is the turbo version. This does produce 255 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque, backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now you package all this together like this and you can tow up to 4,000 pounds. That's a haul rating of 1,500 pounds as well. Now Ford says that you should get a combined of about 25 miles to the gallon on this vehicle. I got 19.3 across the 164.9 miles that I was able to drive this vehicle. It is an off-road package, so it does have that off-road suspension, the skid plates, the heavy-duty shocks, so it's got a very firm ride, and there was some noticeable wind noise at speed that, yeah, it was noticeable. Now the base model price for this will get you $24,190 into a Maverick. Now the base trim price that we were working with is $27,955. Add on the Tremor package and a few other things and it ends up with an MSRP of $37,485. Now to compare that, about the only compact out there right now is the Hyundai Santa Cruz, and they haven't released the 2024 pricing yet on that vehicle. There are more coming in the pipeline apparently. It's still not the really small compact or subcompact vehicle. It is a 4-door vehicle. It doesn't have a separate bed. It's kind of a unibody type vehicle, kind of a almost like an SUV, CUV type vehicle, but it tries to make the best of both worlds. So if you're looking for a compact vehicle that will do a little bit of hauling, do a little bit of off-road, do a little bit of everything, you might want to look at the 2023 Ford Maverick Tremor package. And that's my review of the 2023 Ford Maverick Lariat Tremor all-wheel drive.
Direct and live from Mr. Mars.
Thanks, Mike.
Direct and live from Mr. Mars' mother's house.
Is he in the bathroom?
Mom's living room.
Hey.
I think it was
Oh,
the
my
bathroom
God.
with that echo.
Oh,
Well, he said he went to Mom's living room because it had a carpeted floor.
Ah.
yeah. We didn't hear that.
Not help at all.
All right, let's do
Easy.
the events calendar, Conrad.
Saturday, January 13th from 9 to 11 a.m. is the Chick-fil-A on Ellison's pre-opening event car show. They're offering all participants to come on out, get gift cards for a free Chick-fil-A sandwich and nuggets. So if you want some free Chick-fil-A, it'd be worth going, and that's going to be at 22159 FM 529 in Katy. And sign me up. I'm a Chick-fil-A fan. And then Rudy's presents a Fire Up Car and Truck Show, and that'll be January 20th at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that's going to be the Rudy's at State Highway 249 in Tomball. Also, January 16th is the Cars and Coffee Toys for Tots Toy Drive, and that's going to be at where are we at? West Houston on Westheimer. 26600 Westheimer Parkway, and that's put on by West Houston Muscle Toys for Tots Drive. And then the Tomball VFW Stuff the Bus Toy Drive, that's tomorrow, and that's going to be at the Tomball VFW. And that's it.
All right. Well, he's left me a task here, and this is going to be the recalls. What we have here is the first one is a BMW of North America. The steering gear improperly tightened on the BMW 230i, 330i, the X3, the X4, all of the 2024 models. So they're already out and they're already coming back. Doors may open while driving on the Ford Fiesta 2015 models.
Wow.
Ford Fusion 2016, the Lincoln MKZ, which, well, those are pretty nice cars. But,
we're here.
Yeah, the doors. A good thing you only got 4 of them, sometimes 2. That many of them won't open. Here we go with a Volvo car USA. The front passenger airbag may deploy improperly.
The safest car in the world.
Yep, it's on the S60, and it's the 2019 through 2024 models. We've got a Rivian Automotive deactivated defroster and defogger system controls. Do you know? It's the Rivian RS7 2022 to 23, the Rivian R1T, which is the 22 to 23 model. Then we've got the seatbelt bracket improperly welded on the what? Cadillac Lyric. Oh my God. 23 to 24 models. That's terrible. That's just tragic there. Loose seatbelt buckle attachment bolt on the Chevrolet Silverado EV for 24 model and the GMC Hummer EV for 23-24 models.
Seems like a lot of EV recalls.
Well, it's because there's more out there. People are, finding out they are broken.
Don't build them, right?
Yep. High voltage battery may fail and cause what?
A thermal event.
In the Jeep Wrangler 21-23 models. Oil leak from unsecured hose on a Land Rover, Range Rover 24 model. Oh my goodness.
Bring your graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate because we're having s'mores.
Sure, you secure your hose. Missing internal bushing in brake calipers on the Nissan Rogue 21 model. And the last one I have is the driver's airbag inflator may explode on the BMW X3. Oh, we just did that.
But it only explodes once.
Only one time, and then there you go. So that's what we have on the recalls.
You ever watched an airbag explode?
I've seen them.
It's violent.
Yeah, I've done them. You can do them with a 9-volt battery.
No, let's not say we did.
Not a good thing.
Unless we want to,
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yes, it is.
Scary fast.
Hey, I want to remind everybody that this program is available 24/7 on iHeartRadio. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com, and 30-minute podcasts are on your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk show continues right after this quick break.
Car you love.
Oh, let's stop. You stop that. Let's do that again.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 of the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants invite you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.